Hello everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Stellaris, the life-seeded series. I'm your host, Scholar's Fate. It's episode 25. It's the year 2486, and we're making some progress towards conquering the galaxy, the Awoken. So, there they are, the Awoken, member of the League of Non-Aligned Powers. So, focus on the contingency is going to come up next. And where we're at with that is the contingency worlds assimilated by the contingency 0 active machine worlds 2. So where they're at is 1, 2. We're trying to blow this up down here. Active machine worlds. Right there, sterilization hub 003. It is 12% devastated. And then the other one is over here. We're also trying to deal with that one. Sterilization hub 001. It's 48% devastated. So we're getting there, slowly but surely. And then there's this. Let's grab some research. Alright. Because after the contingency is dealt with, we have to deal with the rest of the galaxy. Alright, let's go through our planets. Oh my goodness. So where are we at on ring worlds? Ring D is building some stuff, but they're basically out of jobs. Ring E is who we're waiting for. And we need them to go as fast as possible. So, terraforming gases, we don't need that. We just have to make our planet go faster. And I don't think there's anything else in here that'll help with that. Starbase upgrade speed, megastructure build speed, planet build speed. Yes, that will help. That'll improve it. That's what planet build speed means. So we have to deal with that. Let's go. Yeah, see, we really can't move anybody until we get that. Because ring A and B and C are all done. And the habitats can't really afford anybody else either. So we're kind of out of luck there. We kind of have to, we need a place to move people. Otherwise, you have to spend a whole lot of influence, which we don't have, going through every planet, to the decision to say stop growing pops, and that's not the way we run our empire. However, with that said, since we're gonna have a lot of unemployed pops here, like this planet, what is this? Oh, this is Runium 1, which is a planet that we took over, and unfortunately it needs a host of jobs that it doesn't have, so we're gonna replace that energy district. That's just changing of a district. That's no big deal. There's a lot of unemployed pops here, though. This slaves radicalizing. Jeez. So these are planets that we took over, and they have habitats that are stuffed to the gills. These are bad farmer jobs. Oh my goodness, they have farmer jobs in here. That's amazing. We can provide some jobs here. So let's do this. Provide a couple of those jobs. Habs X, Y, and Z. This will help provide some jobs and continue to make our empire bigger with strongholds. But this runium and all this is problematic. There's a bunch of stuff we need to do here, so let's just go through and build it. We're gonna make this. It's commercial zones, obviously, and we've already put down a Ministry of Production, so we can move. We can't move anybody here. There's a lot of unemployed workers. Galactic Stock Exchange. Let's go with... we have the food building down. Food processing assemblies. So let's just go with more of this. We know what we want. We just put down the Galactic Stock Exchange. We know we're going to put down 2 strongholds on this planet. I like to have 1 or 2 on every planet. We should probably have a precinct house, and we should probably prioritize that to give some jobs there. And then the rest of this is just going to be civilian industries. And then 1 chemical plant, 1 exotic gas refinery, and 1 synthetic crystal plant. It's going to make jobs. as an agro world, I'm going to change this. It's nice that it's an agro world to start with, but we want it to go to industrial world. Factory build speed is plus 25%, so it'll build more of those factories a little faster. This habitat is largely done. It has a planetary supercomputer on it, but it has no researchers. So we're going to change that. Since it's got a supercomputer on it, we're going to put that on here. And we're going to put a research institute on there. And we're going to put another research lab on there, and we'll upgrade those. And in fact, let's replace this with more. They wanted to make it research, so these are things we took over, so we'll do that. This is purging people, so we're not concerned with what's going on here yet. On any of these other planets, we can actually take care of some unemployment, which is a pretty good deal. So let's take a look at what we can do on some of these planets anyway. Oh yeah, does this have mineral purification plant? This planet, kind of the same thing. We need enough cities for. So we said refineries here, and what are we low on? Oh yeah, exotic gases and volatile motes. So gases, motes, anywhere that we can actually build buildings to take care of some of these jobs or upgrades, we're gonna do that right now because we got to try to get ahead of some of this. Like these planets, you can upgrade these to take care of. What is this doing? Why is that on there? Oh, this is again another world that we took over, Sky Temple. Okay, so we're trying to, and they have a lot of housing here with these sky domes and their amenities. We don't need all these sky domes, so we can replace those as we go. This again, too much housing. We could say there's 2 more mineral districts here. We could replace these with mining districts to provide. It's going to steal some jobs because right now it'll provide 2 clerk jobs. We still need more jobs, or we need to move people there. Move people is what we're going to have to do. Here, jobs. Okay, so clerk jobs, housing. Let's go make. Yeah, I wanted to do this. This is another one of those planets that needs to be redone. Because these are things we took over from the enemy. From the horrible, no good, not good at Betharian Empire, not good at organizing their empire enemy. So we're just going to keep making jobs on these planets where we can actually do it. You're going to need more housing, aren't you, Buster? This is largely a research world. You definitely don't need any more robots on this planet, so why don't you create another research lab? These planets are, yeah, out of housing, out of people. The rest of this is nothing that we can do about until we get that ring road up. Because I'm not gonna go through the task of trying to find them a home on one of these planets that maybe can support them. This is again Kelsom. Where is this? Where are these frontier sectors at? Oh, these got taken over, right? Okay, so what sector are they? They're not part of a sector because they couldn't quite reach over here because Paraquim. So Paraquim grabs what? If you do 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's why it gets there. But it's not good enough to reach 1, 2. Yeah, it can't get there. So they can be their own sector. We'll get them a governor. We'll put down what building costs. Yeah, there was some leader lifespans. Okay, so let a day go by and make this pop. So this is just, oh goodness. Okay. Well, let's make this bureaucracy then. B for the bureaucracy. We're gonna go E for energy. That's what we're gonna do. Place these with energy generator districts. We'll make this a bureaucracy world. Bureaucratic center. So we can replace these with things that we would normally put on all of our worlds. For instance, we would always make sure there's a galactic stock exchange. Make sure there's a stronghold on every planet. At least one. They have holotheaters down already, which is nice. We're going to put an energy grid down because they don't have that yet. We're going to make sure that they have one of every refinery on there. So they have exotic gas extraction wells on the planet. We're going to go chemical plant with that. So, and they don't need any more robots. That planet's kind of taken care of. This one is a little different because it's so young. It still has some room, and since they've already put a bunch of civilian industries on there, then that's what we'll do with it. We're going to say sea and mining. They decided mining was the most abundant, but they decided to spend it on food. We'll make this a commercial civilian industry zone, but we're going to replace these. So, Ministry of Production. And then Galactic Stock Exchange. I don't need the hydroponic farms on this planet, but I do want mineral purification plants. And then the precinct house. Alright. So kind of Rats. This planet has been having a real hard time. It doesn't have nearly enough jobs, so we're going to have to move a lot of its people. In fact, it has so few jobs, I'm just going to do this. Normally I would do the refineries here, but Planetary supercomputer? Hold on. Hold the phone. It has a supercomputer on it, which is something we can't build. So this is going to become a research world for me. Because in addition to that, we can put a research institute down. So we're going to do this, and it's going to create a little consternation for them. But that's okay. We're just going to research it up. Alright. Back to shipyards. This place is not plugged into... Machine world destroyed. Another machine world has been destroyed. Sterilization hub 001 has been destroyed, which is fantastic. We'll turn those sectors off because they're kind of ugly. So that machine world is dead, which is great. So we can take all of our fleets. And their home currently is in mega shipyards, so that's where we're going to send them, and they can all get repaired and fixed. This shipyard down here, this is not, it's red because it's not tied into the greater good. But if we go like this and we say go there, right click on that, now it's plugged in, and the little red dot over here goes, the little red signal over here goes away. This is Stellaris Station, and it is done, but it has so much defense platforms, and it needs, and look, we have tons of alloy, so we need to spend them on things. Does this have an ion cannon? It does. Let's just, wow, there's 47 is what we can do for these. That's nice. Upgrade those guys. Jeez. Stellaris Station. This is a shipyard down here. This one right here. So this was theirs when we took this space over. We decide when I want to do the admin capacity, food from jobs, army damage, edict duration. Let's make some of our leaders live a little longer. Mega shipyard. Oh yeah. So this is Mega Shipyard Station. So there's a Mega Shipyard here, and then there's also this, which I just find completely awesome. We're going to keep upgrading that one. And this one up here is the nearest shipyard up here. So we'll keep upgrading that. And then the rest of this. Riblor Station. Riblor. Oh yeah, this is being protected. And I kind of try to put anchorage down on all these. Riblor Station. So we're trying to take over the whole galaxy, and in that thought, what we're trying to do then is we want our Federation to take over the whole galaxy, and we have a lot of them, and in fact the Awoken are part of our Federation. So somebody had said the Awoken was like the awakened empires, because we couldn't denounce You couldn't go in here and denounce. So change galactic focus is here, but there was a denouncement, and there was no active denouncement of the fallen empires. And somebody said, oh, they're the Awoken. No, they're not. The Awoken is a completely... They're erudite explorers. So they're not the Awakened empires. But we crushed both of the Awakened empires. So that's why. So this was still broken. So in answer to the question that the person posed, which was, I had said the game was broken because you couldn't actually denounce the fallen empires as Awakened empires or fallen empires, either one, and it never worked. And just because there's a species here that happens to be called Awoken, they're actually not the fallen empires, so not the same thing. Yeah, I know, it's confusing. That still remains to be a broken thing. So that right there, off-road train, great. We'll just do that for now. Okay, so now we got to get everybody back together. So construction ships, yes, do this stuff. And you're right there doing that, which is fantastic. So you are Patch, and Patch has finally patched our empire where we don't have any holes. So I love it. So Patch, you're gonna get to chill out for a while. Oh, but there is some energy over here that you can build. Now, what is this? This is Gateway Construction Site guy. We don't really need him yet. We have the Valorum, has a little space up here. Science ship, right there. Synth detection method available. Research in 25 months. Let's finish that. Activate the L gate. That could be a good time. We may have to do that. But in the meantime, that scientist there, I want to go somewhere, anywhere, like the Valorum Empire, and start assisting research.
Initializing hostile engagement protocols.
Where? Who, what, where, when, why? Order restored on Ruinam. Okay. Just waiting for that Ring World to happen. It's yes, I know. So this is at 1224 days. I don't think we have any other edicts that we can use to make them go any faster. Oh, living metal mega construction, but we need living metal. Okay, can we buy that on the market? Yes. How much can I afford? Will that do it? Will that do enough for an edict? Living metal mega construction. Yes, please. Okay, so this was... Now it's cut down. Yeah, it was a lot. That cut it down. That's good. Excellent. So there's a ring world being built over there, and what I would like Gateway Constructor over here to do is build another ring world somewhere somewhat close by. Yeah, like right here. You want to build one right here? Ring world site lacking some influence. Go here, because by the time you get over there, we're going to get it. Let's see, edicts. Rising unemployment. Will to power gives us +5 more influence. That's great. We got that going on. So then we can take a look at what we're gonna want to go to next. So we have the League of Non-Aligned Powers, and there are some species over here, like the Boki Hive, that are not conquered. They're currently at war with somebody. There's also the Pan-Galactic Concord, which don't really like us, and the Imetherian Cartel, who don't like us. They're part of the Federated Sovereign Nations. There's the Stakashi Trade Union, ruthless capitalists who are not ours. So the Silicon Manifold, who we were about to go to war with, and now the Silicon Manifold is on our side. They're part of our Federation. This is kind of funny. Kind of funny that they're part of our empire now. I'm finding that to be humorous. So in the Valorum, I forgot we have some space over here too. Yeah, we're trying to conquer everything. So the Stakashi Trade Union has this space here. This would be a good place to go for next, because then we would get all of this. That's our empire here is split up by them. It would be good to go after this and take all of this. The Stakashi Trade Union, though. Let's see. Expel corporation. I don't want to do that. I want to make tributary. I want to subjugate them. So demand tribute. So we would have to do this, and if refused, the subjugation casus belli would go on up. So we could do that. We could go after them next. Might be a good idea. Rising unemployment. I know. There's lots of rising unemployment. This first Corvette.
Construction project concluded.
Stop it. Obey. Okay, so you guys, right here, that, and that, you have no orders. I'm going to join you with that guy, and you're going to be done. There you go. What do you got going on here? Corvette, cake. Oh, yeah. So we're done with the crisis. So we can go back here and we can retrofit these guys with our normal dudes. Because we don't need to be worrying about them anymore. So if I wanted to, let's see, that's a... switch him over. Cruiser P, let's make him point defense class. The arcs, yeah, let's all go to Megas. The Titans. So we need to switch all these fleets over. So we can do that. And get our fleets ready to go. For the war. For the proper war. So I like that you can do that in this game. I like that a lot, actually, that you can set this up this way. So that you can refit all your ships. I think that's probably one of the things that this game does better than Galactic Civilizations 3. Which reminds me, I do want to try and start getting a Galactic Civilizations 3 playthrough.
Initial colonization phase.
Ready to go. Here we go. Yes, Ring E. Awesome. Okay. Research. Make this, and then this, and then this. Okay. And now we can start moving people there. Now we can't move them too fast. Otherwise we're going to have a problem. But we can move them. So, Valorum Empire. So here's what we can do. Well, it's not necessarily a problem to move them too fast. I mean, it's a little bit of a problem. There's going to be some instability, but it's going to be okay. Because I'd rather get everybody off there. So there's Ring E. And if we start moving clerks until, there we go, until that happens. And you can see I'm moving these, but then I want my eyeballs on the right hand side of the screen to watch how it changes the numbers. So the little red marker goes away that says, oh yeah, you don't have pops that are struggling. Okay, let's see, which one is that? What is this? What's the planet? Arcturus Prime. Where is that at? There goes the Ecumenopolis. Where is that Arcturus? There it is. Because it's got a problem with. And who else? Just a ton. So many. So we're going to get the game crying real quickly about. Too many people have moved. I know. Habsea. Yes, let's move a couple of you. Oh yeah, 32 people there. Alright. We're just going to have to deal with that. I know. There's going to be instability there. Ring World Construction. We are making history. And then in the Tuban system. We're all going to go Tuban, man. Tuban. Precinctasis. Stronghold. Holotheaters. commercial zones. These are all the first things that we build before we can start building the things we want to build. All right. Tuban. Where's Tuban? Tuban. Oh, right there. So we had already started building another ring world up there. Great. Yes, because that's what we want. It's just lots and lots and lots of ring worlds. And so this guy's going to build one down here too when we get to 300 influence. That's fantastic. Okay, so he's got that started. This one is building that.
Research concluded.
Doing our best to get out ahead of this population growth curve thing going on. A sense of community, even as widening social rifts manifest on Ring E, local communities are galvanized by the upheaval and united by a common desire for greater equality. Well, that's perfect. I know there's unrest. We moved a bunch of you over there, but trust me, Senate is now in session. So, focus on the contingency. Well, yes, but it's going to be pointless in a matter of minutes when they blow this thing up down here, because how far gone is it now? Everybody and their dog is over here trying to blow this thing up. They're all like, we're focusing on this thing already. so don't talk to us about focus. Alright, let's take star bases, close that for a minute. Order restored. Rising unemployment on Ringy. I know, but it's going to be over soon. You just need to trust me. Okay, military fleets. What do we have here? So this is the second fleet. And we need to do the same thing here, say. Okay, and it changed over. So everybody moved over, they got retrofitted. So when they get retrofitted and they're no longer contingency fleet, we remove the moniker. What about this fleet? This is not been retrofitted. Okay. You need retrofitting. So we'll do you, and we'll say upgrade you, and then we'll tell you you're no longer a contingency fleet. Third fleet says I need to be retrofit, if you would please. So kind of crazy, but this is the way you do it. I want my original designs in here because these are going to be better against non-contingency factions, and we want to go to town. Fourth fleet, I believe we did you, didn't we? Nope, we didn't. Okay. Well, that's why we label them, and then we go through and we fix them, because naming schemes, you know, it's probably that naming schemes are really important. Let me finish that thought first. Naming schemes are really important, and I think maybe the reason I do all this kind of stuff is because I'm a software developer, and I'm telling you, as a software developer, there is nothing worse than poor naming schemes and not being able to determine what the hell is going on because of a non-existent or bad naming scheme. And we talk about this a lot in software development. It's what we call convention over configuration, to choose convention so that everything is easy to understand. And there's 1,000 different naming schemes too in software development, and some of them over the years, I mean, are just really bad. And you get into the way people name things and the notations they use, and you're just like, please stop doing things that are terrible. I became sold on certain kinds of naming schemes a long time ago when I became basically a .NET developer, when I really started to do more .NET development than anything else, and the idea of readable code, being able to go through it and not need 1,000 comments and not need to decipher a bazillion different weird naming conventions that don't make any sense, and be able to just go through and read the code and know exactly what it does. And I feel like my own code, I've been somewhat successful over the course of my career, but the easiest way to tell if you've been successful at that or not is to go look at old code of your own And if you're reading through it and within a matter of seconds or minutes you can figure out what it's doing without needing anything else, then you know, oh yeah, so I wrote that in a readable way. But there have been spots, and I'm sure everybody has had this, where I go back and I look at something and I'm like, I don't know what this is doing, which immediately sends me into a refactoring frenzy, and it's like, okay, I have to fix this, because this is a disaster. This can't be allowed to stand. I can't leave this way. Just can't. So naming schemes are important to me, because then I can very quickly assess what the heck is going on here.
Research concluded.
Say, all right. Oh, let's see. And I'll probably mention this at the top of the next episode, but I might as well mention it now on this one. Summer's here. You know, it's on its way. For some of us, it's like getting dangerously close to being awesome, which would be fantastic. And what that means is there's a lot more going on now. Especially for me, outside of the scope of this channel. There's a lot more stuff going on. So, oh yeah, turn off that decision from martial law. So what it means for this channel is the bounty that's happened during COVID, Machine World Destroyed. The bounty of episodes, 1 or 2 a night, is going to have to come to an end. Victory for the entire galaxy. Woohoo! Alright, that's done. So those guys are toast. Great. The contingency. So now what? Now what? What's this? Breach of galactic law. We're going to be in breach of that galactic law the whole rest of the game, I'm sure. Everybody is. Which is just going to stink. Alright, so we got that ring world being built. And we got this one. No, where's our other ring world? It's... Where is it at? Here? What is this? Pause. Unpause. What is this? Mega structure. Yeah, so there's this. This was our first ring world. Okay. And then what's this over here? Partial Dyson sphere. What the heck? Why are we not building on that thing? They've really got to start adding them up to here. That way we can see how the percentage of which ones are being constructed, how far along they are there, what systems they're in. I'd like to be able to just hover over it and have it drop down here and say you have Dyson sphere, you have ring world, ring world, ring world, list the system name next to it, make it so I can click on it and go there. That'd be fantastic. All of that would be fantastic. So let's go to Ring E. Ring E is still building stuff. It's not quite in position yet to provide more jobs. It's working on it. It's like, I'm trying. I've got unemployed pops, and here in about 2 seconds, 10 days, I'm going to have a whole new city segment built. And then that's going to provide a bunch of clerk jobs, which is great. So then it's going to do a research segment. We're going to get more jobs. It's great. We can start moving people over there again. Yeah, so unfortunately the bounty of episodes that I've been playing is just, it's gonna have to slow down, which is kind of a shame, but there's just too many other things going on now. Too many other things going on. So as much as I was really enjoying popping out content at that frenetic pace, it's not going to happen. So I'm probably going to have to do something like pick a night a week for each thing that I want to do, because I want to keep this Stellaris series going, and I certainly want to. What I really want to do is now I want to finish this one the bright way. I want to get all the way out to the galaxy and conquer the whole galaxy the way we determined we were going to. And then I want to move on to what's going to be the next series. I want to upgrade to to the next version of the game, which is currently 2.7 something. So I want to get on that version and see what's changed and put together some kind of species that... Oh, I've been saying this for a while. I want to play some kind of driven assimilator. I want to go out and assimilate like the Borg. That's what I wanted to do. So we're going to look at that. But I also want to do a couple other things. So I want to have like one night for Stellaris. Certainly one night for Battletech, because that has been a blast. I've had an amazing time playing that. I would love to have one night a week to put a video out for XCOM. And in fact, I've been considering playing all the way through like XCOM 1, Enemy Within, DLC, and XCOM 2, War of the Chosen, and just run through them all. But if you see that, don't expect me to play it on the hardest difficulty, because I am not such a good XCOM player that I can play it on the hardest one. I can play it on the second hardest setting, the second from the hardest. I can play it on whatever they call it, Commander or whatever that is. I can do that and I can have fun. And it's challenging, and I'll probably lose a couple of soldiers. But if I play it on the hardest setting, Legendary, I think they call it, oh my gosh, forget it. No, I mean, it's just getting through those... On XCOM 2 especially, getting through the first 6 or 7 missions with any sort of living soldiers is really hard. I've done it, but I had to save a lot and reload. People call it save scumming, but I think of save scumming as something completely different. To me, save scumming is when you take your save folder and you store it somewhere else on your computer because you're playing an Iron Man game, and then if you fail at your Iron Man game, you restore the save from the save folder back over, and you load it back up. That to me is save scumming. What people call save scumming nowadays is like, we've been doing that since the early 90s, and that's just saving and reloading a game, dude. That's not save scumming. That's just, you save it and you load it. You know, you're like, oh, I failed. Okay, reload the previous save. Reload the previous checkpoint. And that's not save scumming. So my sense of what save scumming is that you're trying to thwart the Iron Man in a game, and I'm not trying to do any of that at all. But I do like to play the XCOM games in the Iron Man mode, and the reason I like to do that is because it forces you to play a little bit differently, knowing you could lose this soldier and it's going to be a permanent loss, and it's a little hard when you lose one of your soldiers that you really love. But I just feel like the game is more, I don't know, challenging, gritty that way, I guess. It's just the way it should be played. But when I played on Legendary, to beat the game on Legendary, XCOM 2, when I was like, okay, I really want to do this, I want to get the achievement, and I want to beat the game on Legendary, I had to save and load. I had to save a lot. I used probably 5 save slots all the time, and I would save every step of the way in a mission, and then if I failed, I'd be like, okay, let's go back to the start and let's figure out a different way to do this. And sometimes I think there was one mission I probably replayed like a dozen times to get through there without everybody dying, because everybody was getting wiped out. So the Legendary difficulty mode for me is not, it's not a fun time. But so in addition to that, I'd love to do Stellaris, Battletech, XCOM, and then Galactic Civilizations has an update, and I haven't even been able to look at it yet. So, and that needs to happen. So that all has to happen. Jugs,
Special project concluded.
Special project complete. After much experimentation, our scientists have managed to devise an effective detection method for identifying synthetic infiltrators disguised as Valorum Empire. Scanners are being distributed to our security forces, and several synth cells have already been exposed and destroyed. This will hopefully put an end to their infiltration campaign. That would be nice. Move Jugs over there. Mega shipyard. I'm gonna get all my ship fleets moved over. Make sure they all get properly upgraded. order restored. So now we're just trying to get our empire back in a state of properness. Get everything proper. Make everybody happy. And then I'm going to have to keep cranking this up too. Look, we're getting close. I got to keep building more of those and cranking that up, because when we get to the point where we can attack the next people we're going to attack, probably the Stakashi Trade Union or the Imithurian Cartel, but they're part of a federation. That's the problem. The Imithurian Cartel are part of a federation, part of the Federated Sovereign Nations. Not that we care about them, because it's only them and the Rothak Union that are part of that. But for the purposes of I want to subjugate an empire, I'd rather subjugate a nice small one. So Kaiser Prime, yes, everybody's still having all of these unemployment problems, but we're going to hopefully fix this soon. Ring E is, it's like, man, I can't get enough jobs. You keep sending me all these people. I know. But I have a lot of people. I just have a lot of people, dude.
Research concluded.
So we'll get that all sorted out. But anyway, when it's summer like this, with the COVID thing going on, and particularly not being able to see my kids as much as normal, because normally, as a divorced parent, remarried, normally what you do is you see them every other weekend, but we kind of agreed that while this was going on, and since their biological mother works in a hospital, it seemed kind of unwise to have them bouncing back and forth between those houses and potentially bring that here to us. So as much as I miss my kids, it was like, oh, I'm not sure this is the best idea, but you know, now we're gonna try it. So if I end up catching COVID and dying, at least I'll do it with my kids hugging me, I hope. But anyway, the point of that all is that with COVID going on and not having my kids every other weekend, I had a lot of free time on the weekends to just make content, to record videos and play games, and part of it was just being done for my own sanity, just to kind of melt away into a video game and make it, you know. I don't know how all the rest of you are doing out there with this, but it's kind of a really nutty thing. I mean, I think it's safe to say that it's kind of really nutty what has happened here with the COVID, with the virus, with the pandemic. I mean, how many? I'm as much of a fan of disaster movies like that as anybody. I really enjoyed reading Stephen King's The Stand when I was growing up. As a kid, I really enjoyed reading Chuck Wendig's Wanderers, and the irony is that I read Wanderers probably a month before we started hearing about COVID in China, and I was like, wait a minute. So, yeah, it's strange, you know. It's strange, and yeah, you know, I don't want to rant too much about real life stuff like that on this channel, but how it's turned into a political thing instead of scientists leading the way has been really sad, and really sad. 100,000 dead in America. Jeez, you know. And if you know somebody, or somebody has been affected by that personally, then that's going to hit even harder. And oh, hey, there's a planet up here. It's an Arctic world.
Research concluded.
Well, more planets first. The problem is I can't really move people there because I got to go through my populations and know who I can move there. That's why I would like population management to be automatic. But I'll do this. We'll get some people growing over there anyways.
Initial colonization phase.
Oh, and there's some energy credits here that aren't being grabbed. Which construction ship is that? Gateway? You can come over here and do this. Oh, no, no, no. No, 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 no. Never mind. Yeah, you're staying there. Where's Patch? Mega structures. Patch, you can come up here and do this. Okay. Right there. Oh man, it's just research is just pinging. It's just moving, but we're minus 93 consumer goods. I'd like to get that fixed. I would like to get it fixed, sir. Alright, so you guys need a ton of jobs. Well, let's try to fix that for you. Commercial zones. And you need strongholds. In case we get a couple more fleets. And rare resources are going to continue to be a thing. So let's just keep sticking to our rules. Sometimes I get lazy and I stop adhering to it, and then the next thing you know, I'm really in the hole and I have to spend money on it. So I'd rather not do that. I think you're going to be able to build that. I think you're going to be able to replace one of those at the last mining district there. Fill those all up. Yep, this is one of those things, man. It's like, whew.
Fleet enhancement supply.
Okay, you have 24 jobs. You're building precinct houses. That's great. We'll see how that helps things here in a little bit. I don't want to have to turn on martial law, but I will if I have to. Which reminds me, I'm going to need to go through a bunch of these planets.
Concluded.
Okay, so let's take this and stop for a second. Any of these planets that are running short on housing, send your extra workers to the ring world. They have 24 jobs available. So who else? Right there, this tech world. You can resettle. See, here's another thing about this screen that I would love to have is this screen here, this information right here. I would like this information over here, so I could just scroll through here. I would like it right here. This tells you how many people are not employed. What's this? That doesn't. What is this showing me there? Free jobs, unemployment, available housing, 0. It doesn't show me negative housing, which is what this thing here, overcrowding. So it doesn't show me the overcrowding icon, which is kind of annoying. It's like, that's what I want, is the overcrowding icon over there. I want my brain to be able to process the information as fast as possible so I can make decisions. And in order to do that, you guys need to give me all the information on the screen in a way that helps. Okay, so you there. As we go through here, try to make this side of the screen look pretty. Alright, that probably crushes ring E again. Yeah, it's like, now I'm down to 6 jobs and you crammed a bunch more people on here, and if you think I'm going to be stable, you're killing yourself. And it's like, well, what do we have here? Unrest, increased benefits, distribute luxury goods, negotiate with crime lords for some more stability. I'll do that. That'll help. Oh yeah, and the jobs just took over, and look, hey. Now we're talking. Now we're talking. And that gets you ring A, and that gets a bunch of stuff here. So commercial zones and a stronghold.
Research
and a holo theater. Now what else do we need? We need to raise that up, and then we can start building some more things. Okay. Stuff is happening. Oh, we didn't really need to raise that up, but what the heck. Yeah, crazy. Crazy.
Fleet enhancement supplied.
But that's how it goes. Fleet enhancement supplied. That's what I like to hear.
Construction project concluded.
Yep, and so any of these. Rising unemployment on ring A. Well, I'm trying, man. I'm trying to get everybody out. Oh god, ring A is like, send all of our people to ring B. Ring E. Send them all. We don't have any more room. Yeah, I know, you guys are like, telling me. Get this stuff built, Buster. Oh, jeez.
Initial colonization phase commencing.
Buy. That's really expensive. 15. We're going to jack the price up because we're going to buy it. So that is a Century Ray. That's a Strategic Coordination Center. That's a ring world there. This ring world's done. And what?
Research
Partial
concluded.
Dyson Sphere there. Are we? Yeah, we're still buying this stuff. We need to buy more. Because we're making 5K. How much? If we buy 700, what's that going to do?
Research concluded.
Let's find out how that's going to hit our bottom line. Let's find out how that is going to do. At the end of the month. Yeah, you just need ring worlds, man. Otherwise, you have to tell everybody, stop growing.
Fleet enhancements.
You know,
applied.
they need a... They need a planetary decision or an edict or something. Not a planetary decision, an edict to go all the way across your empire. A policy that is basically Logan's Run. Nobody over the age of 30. You must renew. Personally, out of all the movies people are remaking, I think the movie I would really enjoy seeing be remade the most would be Logan's Run. Oh, and that's because we put the price on there. Okay. What if we do this? Oh, no. Don't worry about that. What if we just do this? No price. And I've always been such a big fan of Logan's Run, but it's like one of those movies that just doesn't hold up very well.
Research
At all.
concluded.
You go back and you watch it and you're like, oh my god, this is kind of horrible. It just looks bad. You know, the actor and actresses, they're great. I love them, but the film as a whole, you're just like, oh, it's not good.
Fleet enhancements applied.
Doesn't hold up, you know. Unlike, well, talk about some of my favorite films. For instance, my friends and I this week. I need to put a price on that, don't I? My friends, I have one friend on Facebook who's as much of a film nut as I am, and he did that thing where he challenged me to start posting pictures from films, no explanation, blah blah blah. So I did, and naturally I'm going overboard. It's like he's, you know, the challenge is to post 10, and here I am on like day 12. I'm going to post about 20 of them. I love film. I love movies. It's like my favorite medium for storytelling. I love film. My favorite film of all time is Blade Runner. And when I go back and I still watch that film periodically. I still have it. I still watch it. And when I go back and I watch that film, it is amazing how good it is. It looks like it could have been released yesterday. It's so good. And it looks so gorgeous. And you're just like, that film was made in the early 80s and it looks like it was made yesterday. It is just mind-blowing to me how good that is. But then you look at a film like Logan's Run and you're like, ooh, it looks dated. Because it is. You know, it's really dated. So, but I would love to see them remake Logan's Run, but they've got to, if you're going to remake a movie like that, if you're going to remake a movie like that, you have to do it good. You can't
Fleet enhancements applied.
You can't go around remaking movies poorly. You just can't do that. If you're going to remake it, you want to make it better, not worse.
Research.
So I don't want anybody that... I don't want... like, I don't want Michael Bay getting a hold of Logan's Run. Otherwise, it'll be a film with the most shallow characters in the world and 1,000 explosions. It's just... I mean, there's some people who just should not be making movies. I for refinery, M for minerals, and Michael Bay is one of them. I mean, I'm sorry, I don't like to rip on people because I know how hard it is to make art, and I know the people who put all their effort into making those films. lots of people on the actual cruise and all of that, and they do so much effort to build something that people are going to go watch and pay money for in a theater. But there are guys like Michael Bay. It's like he doesn't understand what makes a good film. He doesn't get it. You know, he just shouldn't go anywhere near a camera.
Research concluded.
Just shouldn't. It's like, what are you doing? Rising unemployment on the eco monopolists. I know. Let's see. Ring E now has 5 jobs. Okay. We have put a lot of jobs on there, which is all these has got us to 24K for research, which is kind of mind-blowing. Let's see what else we can put in here. We can put research labs, but what we've been doing on these ring worlds, this doesn't provide as many jobs, but we've been putting refineries and such on here. So let's do some of that. This one's almost ready. Hey, there it is. So let's do him. He can get all his districts. He can be research ring world. So he's ready to go. So now we can start moving people to ring F. Great. Great. Yeah, there it is. Awesome. Excellent. There it is. And we're still making loads of money, which is great. This has periodically been going off, I've noticed. So let's resettle some people to ring F. I'm going to let it keep running while I do this. Normally I pause this, but we gotta let it keep running so it'll actually build the districts. So we just kind of have to deal with this. But this screen is a huge reason why I feel like, I mean, think about the difference between this screen, spending so much time on this, and then playing BattleTech and having fun. You know, it's like, oh hey, even though the missions can get repetitive, you're still blowing stuff up. You're still having fun, and you're still using your tactics and figuring out, oh, how are we gonna make this work? How am I gonna make this work without that mech or whatever? You know, it's like, I like that, but here it's just back and forth in this screen. It's like, oh, we're gonna come to this screen over and over and over. A resolution has been passed. So what do we have now? Let's see. And everybody's still denounced. Everybody's in, well, they're not denounced. They're in breach of galactic law. Change council size to 1. We did that. We're in charge. We can't do anything with galactic priorities again. What's the Guardian's age? Oh, I see. Okay. And what's the next thing on these? Moderate research. I don't want to do any more sanctions. Astral studies, advanced xeno studies. Observation posts provide additional society research while observing and infiltrating primitive citizens. Enhances the effectiveness of the art college, curator, think tank, and trader proxy office starbase building. The artificial outlawed and passive native studies policies are banned. That's kind of nice. Diplomatic weight from tech. Ooh. We're going to do that. Denouncement. So what's it? Why does it say this? We'll defeat the contingency, didn't we? This is the other thing I don't understand. Didn't we defeat the contingency? Active machine worlds assimilated by the contingency. It should be done. It's almost like they didn't balance this, at least in this version 2.6.2, I think. They didn't balance this. The galactic focus, defeat the contingency. We're done with that. We defeated it. How come we didn't get the reward? How come this isn't done? How come it doesn't say done? That's really interesting. Military Readiness Act. Renegade Containment Doctrine. Interesting. Rules of War. Reverence for life. Repeal the Guardians Angels Act. Huh. So we have this thing where we can't denounce anybody. We'd have weak support to denounce anyone. Stakashi Trade Union, we can denounce them. Okay, well, great. I don't see anything there helping with our situation. You're not going to help, are you? Yes, I know. Research. We'll get on you. Order restart. Ruin them keeps dealing with order restoration. Well, we're gonna get some of these planets. Ring F.
Research concluded.
Jeez. It just spits out the research now. It's like a machine gun. We've got so much. I'm gonna move a bunch of people over to Ring F. This thing is oh, you need what? Several people moved over? Any of these places where okay, so this planet, it's a refinery world. You don't need that anymore. Just build all that, but you need people resettled, don't you? Ring F. How many can we resettle for you? Decline, decline. Okay, so we'll make some jobs. Jeez. Oh, here we go. This planet doesn't have any more housing, but it's got all these extra research buildings and a bunch of unemployed pops. So if we go like this, that's fine, but we need more housing. Oh, well, we'll have to do it next time. Okay. Yes, yes, yes. Well, and what is this thing up here? Oh, envoys. Ring world frame completed. Yay. Okay, where was that ring world frame? What did I miss out on? Dyson sphere. Do that. Yes, extend our contract. So, what do we got? We got that guy. Oh, right here, Tubin. Great. Tuban. Okay, more ring worlds so we can move people. Whew. Alright, well, that's the end of that episode. Jeez, that was
Fleet
extravagant. Folks, thanks for watching as always. Hope you guys dig it. Lots of rambling in that episode. As always, if you like the channel, subscribe. If you dig the episode, give it a thumbs up. If you have a question or a comment, drop it down below. And if you want to support my channel, my Patreon is listed in the description below. There will be less Stellaris because there's just going to be less videos altogether in the coming weeks. Summer's here. You guys should get outside and do something. But I will try to be here as much as possible. I know a lot of you watch this on the regular. This is like your TV or something, which is pretty fascinating to me, that you're all tuning in for my voice and these episodes. It's crazy. Anyway, thanks for watching. I appreciate every single one of you. I will see you next time.